Hello, I'm Bill Russell with the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, and we have another episode of Around the Lake. And today we have Jim Combs. Jim is a wealth advisor with Raymond James Financial Advisors. Jenean Fornges, did I get right?
You got it.
Good, with Huntersville Living magazine. And Jenean and I have been going back and forth because we're going to have a little feature talking about our action club and some of the stuff that we've been doing. But let's start with you, Jenean. Talk about Huntersville Living. Tell me about the magazine. What's the distribution? Where can we find Huntersville Living?
Sure. So Huntersville Living is, for right now, going to the eastern section of Huntersville. Huntersville is such a large town. So we're focusing right now in and around the Veterans Park area. And so we're going to neighborhoods like Northstone Country Club, Vermilion, the Hamptons, Green Farm, Centennial, Stonegate Estates. It's a lot. So I'm just off the top of my head. But yes, so we go postage stamped and right into the mailbox of homeowners every month.
How many copies do you guys produce on a monthly basis?
So we are currently going to about 4,008 homes exactly. And eventually we will be adding more neighborhoods. Okay. So we're excited about that.
Jim, tell me about all of the services that Raymond James, particularly your agency right here with Raymond James Financial Advisors in Huntersville. What kind of services do you provide?
Well, we do, there's such a wide variety. So we can work with business owners on setting up 401k plans, taking over their 401k plan as an employer. We work with individuals and families to kind of help grow their wealth and preserve their wealth. But it's everything from trust services to life insurances. There's a whole gamut of stuff that we can do. And we just appreciate when people come in and let us show them how we can help them.
You know, I've known Dean Williamson for a long, long time. He was on my board of directors at the chamber for 6 years. I think he's had his agency probably for about 25 years there. Or how long?
Yeah, it's been over 25 years. And that's why I love working there. Like when you walk in and it's like a big family with Don and Shannon and Mary Ellen, Kaylee, they're all there to welcome you. And then I get to work around really smart advisors with, Ed Burns and Dave Edwards, and of course, Dean, who's been doing it for over 25 years. He's such a wealth of knowledge, and I'm lucky to be able to be part of that.
And you have a new location. You want to describe where you're going to be and when?
Well, we're hoping May, June, and it has gone up pretty quickly. It's right at Sam Fur, and is it Gilead? It's right across from the Harris Teeter. That's going up. It's going to be a really big building, and we're just hoping to be able to make it more welcoming for our clients.
Good. Jenean, how long have you been producing the Huntersville Living magazine here in Huntersville?
We will actually celebrate 3 years in print come this August. So yay, we're excited.
And what were you doing before you got into this particular magazine? Were you in journalism before?
No, it's funny. I actually was in the music industry. I don't even really, well, I do know how it all happened, but I never saw myself publishing a magazine. I don't know. It was just the strangest thing. I just started helping my husband get his name out there when he had gone into business for himself. And I just sort of took my music background, dealing with bands and helping them with branding, and just kind of went from there. I was looking for avenues to help him. And when I came across this concept, I just thought, wow, what a positive platform for neighbors to share ideas and get to know each other, plus get to know all their local businesses. And I just wanted to do that for my community. So that's how it all happened.
Any bands that we would know that you worked with?
Actually, you might. Yeah. So the biggest name that I worked with was Chris Lane, and he's kind of blown up now. He's from Kernersville. So usually in this area, everybody has heard of him. He started opening for a Florida-Georgia line. Was like his big opening. And then so I booked for him, but then of course, he went on to William Morris agency, and obviously I couldn't compete with that. So I was just a small little boutique agency.
And Jenean, just like you, Jim Combs has had a very storied career. You've been in a lot of different things, Jim.
Yeah, I was, started here in Charlotte way back in the day in Ballantyne. Was a golf professional at Ballantyne Resort, and then ran a professional hockey league for 11 and a half years. And that was a lot of fun being in, there's a lot of entertainment business in there and a lot of different aspects of it. So that part of it's been fun, and the transition into what I'm doing now, it's great. I love it.
Well, I'm gonna actually share a little bit of your websites, and I'm gonna put another screen up. This is the website for Williamson Wealth Group under Raymond James. Is there anything that you would want to point out to us about that, Jim?
No, I mean, if you jump on the site, obviously you can read about us, but read about our home and our services that we can provide for you. And like I said before, I'm one of a big team there, and there's so many people with experience, Dean, and you can check out any of the other people that would be there. You're not going to go wrong with these people. It's a really good family, and I'm really proud to be part of it.
And Jenean, you guys have a Facebook page at Huntersville Living Best Version Media. I've got it up. Very easy to navigate. And got something. Let's talk about sports.
Yeah, so that's a new section that we've added. We're so excited about it. It's just another way for the community to participate in the magazine. And of course, everybody loves seeing their children and all the team photos and highlighting coaches and athletes. So we're really excited about that section.
And copies of your magazine up?
Yep, exactly. Those are, the latest 3 issues.
Tell me, Jenean, what attracted you to Huntersville? When did you move here, and what attracted you to the town of Huntersville?
We actually moved here about 14 years ago, so we've been here for a while. I love the area. We found the people to be very friendly, love living in a lake community, being close to Charlotte. And so, yeah, we've just been here it's definitely home now. My youngest daughter was born here. So we love it here. It's a very nice community.
And Jim, same question. What attracted you to Huntersville and the Lake Norman region?
Well, when I first moved here back in '96, I was in the south part of Charlotte, and we lived there for 11 years. We moved, me and my wife, we got married. We moved to Sedona, Arizona for 2 years. And when we knew we were coming back to this area, and I just didn't want to go back to the Ballantyne area, not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just tired of driving the same 2 miles. I just wanted to be somewhere different. So we knew we wanted to be up by the lake. We have a lot of friends up here. And so we moved into our house here in 2009, and been loving it ever since. It's a great growing area.
Jim, I want to stay with you a second. There's a lot of turmoil going on in the world right now. All of us are saying prayers for the families and the people of Ukraine. But it's having a tremendous impact on the market, very volatile market out there. Talk a little bit about how that situation is playing in the market and what you see in terms of trends that we may see over the course of the next 6 months, because even if this stops today, we're still going to see this for a while.
Yeah, it's a geopolitical event. And when we look at it and we get on calls with other advisors and we get on with other wholesalers and we have the discussions, it's actually very calming, because when we look at Russia as a whole, Russia is 140 million people. So that's not very big as it relates to what we're used to here at 380 million people. When you look at their stock market as a whole, the whole capitalization of their stock market is just about the same as PepsiCo, which is one of ours. So it's not that big. Their GDP and everything else is not as big as the economy in Texas or 3/4 of California. So when you stop to look at some of those things, and then we look at some of the other factors of the joke about Russia is it's a gas station with nuclear weapons, and really the stuff that comes out of there is either oil or natural gas. Now the oil is being shut down and worldwide. Then the people talked about China, and they said, well, they're going to sell all the gas to China. Gas only flows in pipes. To transport it by a truck or in a different way is inefficient. they don't have any infrastructure to be with China, to be able to send them natural gas. So, when we start to look at that, well, they're really not going to be partnering together. And I think President Xi has already kind of made it known, or hinted that he's really not going to be a partner with Russia to keep elevating it or keep this thing going. And as far as our investments, when we're doing investments for people and we're talking about, Jenean, we got to talk about your retirement. We're not talking about this 2-week time period. We're not talking about this administration or the next administration. We might be talking about 4 administrations from now. So it's about long-term investing. Whenever these political events happen, where the market is to where once it stops, usually 3 to 4 months later, it's back and stronger than it's ever going to go. So now how long is this going to go? We certainly don't know. If you're invested in the market and you're a long-term investor, this is going to be a blip in the radar. We're going to be fine. Things are going to go, it'll be a little bit for now and it's going to come back. If you don't have money in the market and you want to get in the market, it's obviously a lower period. So it's a kind of time to start thinking about buying or getting into the market. And so we can help when there's inflation. We need investments to be able to help fight against that inflation. And so, we do customize everything to everybody's situation. So some people, we're going to tell you, hey, be still, keep that amount of cash. We don't have enough, or what, let's invest that and do it the right way. But it's going to be volatile until it ends, and then it'll start to settle back out. So long term, do nothing. Short term, we're going to certainly see some volatility.
Jim, a lot of folks my age have thought about there's not going to be perhaps a Social Security out there. And I have even more concern for the people coming behind me. But what would you say to that family who hasn't started saving yet, and maybe have some years in advance? What advice would you give them?
So every day I meet different people, and we meet them where they're at, meaning whether they're 65 and they say we're going to start saving, or they're 30 and they're going to start saving. When you look at any of the investment calculators, that the number one thing you need is time. You can take a small little investment, leave it there for 20 years, and it doubles and doubles and doubles. I think Warren Buffett said that it's one of the most amazing things is compounding interest.
Right.
So I was super excited to have a client come on the other day. He had $1,000. He was 22 years old and he thought he was too far behind already. I said, you're way ahead of the curve. Now and I said, look, we're not gonna be able to do much with it. We'll let that go. But just having the mentality of going to do it. And the other thing that I run into, Bill, is people that go, well, I haven't talked to an advisor. I don't have enough. Please go find an advisor, whether it's myself or anyone. Please go talk to them. You're not the worst situation they've ever seen, and they're going to help you achieve your goals and really take care of you. So please do it.
That's great advice. Jenean, you've had 3 years of magazines out there. Tell me the stories perhaps that you've covered that has been the most exciting for you.
Oh, goodness. Well, I love spotlighting our local charities. We've done so many wonderful ones. Bags of Hope, we did recently. We've done Charlotte Ballet. We did Caterpillar Ministries. This March issue has Bag Lady Brunch. Have you heard of Bag Lady Brunch? So we featured them. So I love doing the charities. I also love spotlighting our local students that are doing great things. Whether it's a student that's excelling in music or sports, or maybe they're very entrepreneur, we'll do a whole article on them. So I love that. We have so many sections in the magazine now that are just filled with wonderful content. Sometimes it's, just delicious recipes. Sometimes it's just putting in pets. People love their furry family members. So we'll do a whole section on pets and a kids corner. So we have a little bit of everything. It's hard to pick a favorite, to be honest.
Well, tell me the one thing that you really, really love about your job.
I really love helping my local businesses in the community to grow and to brand themselves, and just to watch them, be able to kind of blanket themselves within the community. and just be able to take their logo and their business and their message and put it alongside of everything that's just community and family and positive, feel good. That's, just probably something I love the most.
And obviously you need advertisers to help fund the magazine. Why should a business in Davidson or Huntersville or Cornelius advertise in Huntersville Living?
Well, I think it would be a great idea because we are a monthly, publication. So we're going every month to these homeowners, to these residents, and we're going right into their mailbox. It's a great way to get your name out there and really embed yourself into the community with just that consistency and frequency that you need when you're looking to brand yourself. It's great top of mind awareness, and it's really terrific name recognition. And again, just being able to be alongside everything community driven and family friendly is always a great idea for branding, any business really.
Jim, we have a lot of wealth. We have a lot of capital in the Charlotte Lake Norman market, a lot of financial advisors. Why Jim Combs? Why should somebody come to you for their financial assistance?
First of all, I'd be honored you come to me, but at the same time, about customer service, and taking care of our clients is the number one thing. Sure, there's a lot of financial advisors. Are they taking care of you? Have you talked to them lately? Do they know your kids, your grandkids? Are they invested in you? My clients, as I say, are not account numbers. I have no idea what their account numbers are. It's, Bill and John and, these are the people I know. I'd love to have them part of my family. And if I'm not the fit for them, I certainly would be happy to introduce them to somebody else who can help them out even better.
We have Huntersville Living, Jenean Fornges. We also have Jim Combs with Raymond James, Williamson Wealth. I want to thank you both for spending some time today and letting our chamber members and the businesses know what you do and sharing a little bit about yourselves. And I want to thank everybody for watching today. And please go out and support your local businesses. The job you save by supporting a local business might end up being your own. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.